cake without the icing, unfinished. And the same can be said for a look that neglects the nails. Easily the most overlooked aspect of self-care, unkept nails undermine all the efforts you put into the rest of your appearance. For this reason, our self-care series continues today with a focus on nails. It's your weekly survey of style and culture across the globe. I am Onyeka Chioba, and this is Today's Style.
My name is Amir Abraham and I'm the spa director of the Nail Bar. Our sole focus here is on the health and well-being of the nails, hands and feet, and your body in general.
On the show today, who knew taking care of your nails could be so luxurious? The spa director of the Nail Bar balances her passion for nail care and education. She also shares some exclusive tips. Meet the man behind Wale Beauty Palace, the top nail artist beautifying women across the capital. We chat with the CEO as he shares his passions, motivation, and the journey so far in the beauty business. The top 20 nail trends of 2020. Which look will you make your summer go-to? For close to a decade, the Nail Bar has been setting a luxurious precedent for beauty services, with a focus on the health and care of nails. The spa director spoke to us about her brand's unique approach and gave us some necessary pointers on keeping your nails looking nourished and beautiful. In March of 2011, the landscape of beauty services in Abuja left a lot to be desired. And for Amira Abraham, it was the perfect opportunity to channel her passion for nail care and all things beauty into a unique and upscale destination for luxury nail treatments beyond the classic manicure and pedicure.
I had just graduated from university and I had come back for NYSC. I already had a beauty qualification and I thought to myself, okay, this has been a long-standing hobby for me. I need to monetize it, as it were, because I wasn't too keen on, any jobs that were out there at the time. And in doing my research, I found out that there was actually no nail spa. There were lots of spas, but none, dedicated solely to the art of nail care. So it was an open market waiting to be tapped, and that's how the Nail Bar came about. I think one of the good things that I had going was that I was actually qualified. So up until recently, a lot of beauty business owners were sort of seen as, bored housewives or people that just have the disposable income and they can just open up a salon or something on the side. So for me, I took it more from a professional approach. Like, guess what, guys? This is a real industry and it's something that can be done just as well as banking or just as well as IT or any other sort of professional job that the Nigerian market sees, So I took it on professionally. I made sure to go through the route of, our counterparts in every other country in the world. I tried to bring a global standard. So whatever service you get here will be, compared to something you get in the US or in the UK, and it will be just as good, if not even better.
With the health of the natural nail as the central focus, Abraham developed a range of organic, non-toxic, and professional products using carefully sourced ingredients for the first Nigerian gel polish and lacquer brand of its kind.
Most of the things I'd seen on the market, it was polish that you would wear and essentially it would stain your nails, and that's never a good that's a red flag for any nail polish. And I thought, okay, how can I create something that's homegrown? Mali Cosmetics is my other baby, and it's a non-toxic nail care brand. So essentially what that means is that there are no harmful chemicals in there. It's vegan friendly, it's cruelty free. That simply means if you're vegan or vegetarian, you can use our nail polish. It doesn't have any animal byproducts in it. It's cruelty free in the sense that we did not test them on animals. And I think the key thing is the non-toxicity, because a lot of people don't realize that with nail polish, there can be harmful effects if it contains toxic chemicals. So for example, things like formaldehyde, that causes cancer. Things like toluene, that causes infertility. So it's very important to look out for these things when you're choosing your nail polish. I really have a passion for streamlining all the raw talent that we have out there. You know, Nigerian nail techs, manicurists and pedicurists are one of the most talented I've come across, and it's just a case of fine-tuning them to a professional standard. And I thought, okay, how do I say I want to educate or share this knowledge that I have if I don't have a homegrown product to teach with? And so that's how Amali came about, having a world-class standard product to impart world-class education.
Abraham shares some of that world-class education with the Nail Bar's simple steps for the perfect mani-pedi.
With our manicures and pedicures, our sole focus is preserving the health of the natural nail, and with that we keep it very simple. With the manicures, it's a simple 4-step, 6-step, depending on what manicure you're getting done specifically, and this is typically customized to meet your needs. It's not just one size fits all. First step is trimming or filing of the nails, and we always make sure to do that in one direction because we don't want to cause damage to the nail beds or to cause any cracking or splintering. There's the pushing back of the cuticles. You can trim them if they're excessive. If they're not, simply push them back. And then applying a treatment to the actual nail beds depending on what it is that you need. Some manicures include a scrub, some don't. Some include a mask, some don't. It completely depends. There is always a moisturizing hand massage afterwards, and then you can have any polish application of your choice. And the same goes for pedicures as well. So the difference with the manicure and pedicure is that obviously you soak your feet into the pedi spas, and this is simply just to soften any calluses that you may have. These are filed away. Your toenails are also shaped and filed. Your cuticles are pushed back as they are on the hands. You have a scrub applied just to get rid of any dead cells on the feet. You can also have a mask applied for added moisture. Again, as usual, it ends with a foot massage with foot lotion applied. We have more of a natural nail care approach to things. So we do offer nail extensions, but our clients are more inclined to preserving their natural beauty. So even when we do acrylics or gel extensions or silk or fiberglass overlays, it's still very natural.
The dynamic spa director has been featured in numerous media outlets, exploring her mission to put the Nigerian nail care industry on the map by delivering professional treatments, educating nail technicians on global best practices, and delivering premium quality service. As an industry educator, Abraham has lent her expertise to the Spa and Wellness Association of Africa, first as an executive committee chair for Nigeria, and most recently as a board director.
Essentially what we do is just streamline the industry, bringing about standards for our industry, making sure that we are on par with our counterparts in other parts of the world. Particularly now with COVID-19, I mean, the biggest thing on our minds is getting as much information across on health and safety, on sanitation, on disinfection, on sterilization. These are all very different things, and a lot of people feel that maybe wiping down with Dettol is good enough. Meanwhile, that's not the case. You know, in the spa and wellness industry, you need to be essentially cleaning at a medical grade level because you're dealing with people's bodies. So that's been at the forefront of our campaign this year. We're still big on regulation, making sure that we have the qualified therapists carrying out treatments and not, you know, anybody that could potentially cause injury because they're not doing things the right way. The decision to have the spa section, which is called the wellness box, was simply because I found that people prefer a one-stop shop. You know, they don't want to have to do their nails here and then drive somewhere else to get a massage or, you know, whatever it is. And with beauty school, you learn everything. So it's not like you just go in and say, oh, I just want to learn how to do manicures and pedicures. So you learn everything. So these were skills I already had. And it was now a case of setting it up to an equally high standard and then offering those services that complement the manicures and pedicures that we offer.
The spa director shared with us the leverage of a strong brand identity and the details that go into creating a truly luxurious nail spa experience.
With any business, I think it's so important to know who you are. Craft out your brand identity from the very beginning. Know what your structure is, know what your processes are, and know exactly what your focus is. It's very easy to get distracted when there are new businesses coming in, on a daily basis even. But I think what keeps us going is just being true to our ethos, staying true to our brand identity, and constantly innovating. So we're not just going to jump on any new trend because that's what's happening, We know who we are and we sort of stick to that and improve on that as we go along based on our customers' feedback. It's all about the spa journey for us. So if you look around, there's a systematic flow as to how things work, and that's simply just for the convenience of the customer and ease of fluidity, as it were. It's very important to know your brand identity. Like I said at the beginning, your brand identity will determine how you set up your space, your aesthetics and things like that. So for us, it's clear, it's minimal, and nothing that's not needed being included. And I think there's something very understated and luxurious about that.
For the carefully curated aesthetic, every detail communicates an important message, from the minimal setup to a generous feature of the color purple.
Because it's my favorite color. No, but also because it represents tranquility and wellness and peace of mind, particularly the color lavender. And again, it's a personal favorite of mine. It's also a color that's associated with royalty, and we feel like everybody who's a part of our family is very important. So.
The sentiment of royalty follows us to Wale's Beauty Palace, where the CEO is making quite a name for himself through the precision and artistry that dominate his craft. For the next few minutes, let's get lost in the glossy, polished, and always colorful world of Wale's nails. Several years before he would realize his artistic calling, the now CEO of Wale Beauty Palace was making plans to become a lawyer. In the Lagos suburb of Amoor, he grew up in a large family, and with the expectations and responsibilities leveled on him, it wasn't an easy decision to make such a dramatic career switch. But after his O-levels, he took the plunge and decided to fully embrace his creative pursuits.
Growing up, I found myself drawing and painting and all sorts, even dancing, writing music. So everything that has been around my life is about art. I was doing artwork, like I used to carve, draw, and paint for people. I used to create these handmade greeting cards, print on banners, design mirrors, and all that. My other brother was already making hair, and then he advised me to go into nail making. I bought the idea and I went for training. The kind of society we found ourselves in, people will not actually accept that initially. But then you have a goal you're pursuing. You should have an innermost stuff that drives you to achieving your goal. Starting was not actually easy. Like, I would talk to babes on the street and they would be like, is that what you do? That job that they pay 30 naira to polish nails and all that, and I would be so embarrassed. But then I knew where I was driving at. Like, starting was very rough. I would convince babes to do their nails. Like, I literally used to beg them to do their nails for free just to perfect what I had in. It was discouraging. But like I said, if you have something you want to achieve, you just go for it. After 3 months like that, I started designing for customers, and when they come, they would tell my boss to just chill. When my boss finished the work, I would have to be the one to do the design. And from there, from Church Bus Stop area, I started working in Festac. Then from Festac, I came down to Abuja in 2007.
Rufai hired his first employee in 2009, and from there, the success story continued. The CEO of Wale Beauty Palace has come a long way from hustling for clients at the church bus stop area. With 2 busy and fully staffed locations in Abuja, Wale Nails has become a household name in prestigious circles of the capital city. His standout designs are highly sought after by exclusive clientele, booking his services sometimes several weeks in advance.
One thing we do here is ensure our customers are really satisfied with the outcome of our services. Talking about our upcoming projects, we are working on having our own customized nails, like very well designed, and you can actually, as a client, tell us how you want your own nail to be like, and we get those designs as well. It doesn't have to be our own work. You can give us recommendations and we still get it delivered.
A brand of customized nails with the signature Wale touch is just one of Rufai's many artistic pursuits. Chalk it up to the enterprising Lagosian spirit, but for the young CEO, work never stops. While Rufai has become synonymous with nails, the artist doesn't want to be boxed in, finding different outlets to express his creativity as an actor and also a singer by the stage name Exodus.
I show up in short skits, like movies, then I write songs, I sing, I record, like I perform on stages as well. I'm on the beat, baby, go slow. Chebo, shiny coco. Anywhere you dey, baby, just feel alright. Yeah, I'm on the beat, baby, go slow. Chebo, shiny coco. Anywhere you dey, baby, just feel alright. Yeah. Anytime I step in, looking like a bad guy. Money in my bank and my pocket too. Anytime I spray, she dey pack. This is what I do. A person that I am, I prefer to record musically at night. So, having done with my day-to-day activities in the nail studio, I just dash straight to a music studio if I have to record at night, and I spend nights in the studio. It's really not easy. There is this say that nothing good comes easy. It's the truth. For you to achieve a particular thing, you must have dedicated your time and energy to it. So it doesn't come easy.
The charismatic artist is a perfect encapsulation of youthful exuberance in pursuit of passion and living out one's dreams. Studied by his core principles, he says his journey is just getting started.
The journey can never be smooth. But then, okay, let's take coronavirus like an instance when we all planned and then the unplanned came to scatter the planned. What do you do as a business person? The resilience is what now keeps you to move forward. If your plan doesn't work out, you try to buckle up and then you plan again. It's not like the creativity is not there, but your creativity is not enough if you don't research. I spend most of my nights awake researching on new nail stuff, what's trending, and even before I get to work, to actualize what I've learned overnight, I'd already finished it in my head. So coming to work is just to like do a replay of what I must have crafted already in my head. So for anybody who wants to actually enhance whatever he or she has, the person has to always research. And the moment you stop learning in life, you start dying. Consistency is a key, like I always tell people. If you're consistent in what you're doing, and like I mentioned earlier, resilience as well. If you're consistent, definitely, and you do researches to always improve on what you do, definitely a good job will speak for itself. So that is what I've been doing. I've been consistent, I've been resilient, and I've always tried to improve on myself in terms of the service and packaging as well. The journey has been long though, but then it has even not gotten to where it's going to be. It has not gotten to its peak at the moment.
It's easy to understand why Rufai has built such a loyal base of employees and clientele. Besides his magnetic personality, his expert hand remains consistent, his curious mind always brimming with unpredictable ideas.
I believe in my brush a lot. The moment I handle the brush, like I do most of my thinking with my wrist. If there is a brush, then I think better. So this only time I get to sketch is just looking at an image I want to draw, then I draw it in my head, give me the brush, it will come to reality.
A perfect finish as we conclude this episode and our self-care series as well. It's been an exciting exploration of the vibrant talents of Nigeria's beauty industry. I'm sure you've learned a few things about caring for your hair, skin and nails. We look forward to your comments and feedback on our social media channel. For another exciting episode, be sure to tune in same time next week. Join us every Monday for an in-depth look at global style and culture on Africa's largest television network.